Hello students, welcome to our engineering graphics class. We are discussing about unit number 4, isometric projections or views. Unit 4 content or our topic is isometric projections. Before proceeding as per content, we would like to know what is isometric projections? What is nothing but meaning, right? You know isometric, it's a combination of two words, iso and metric. Iso means one. Metric is nothing but something measurable, right, which you can measure. We can do with the help of some measurements. One view, what is the combination? Actual meaning is one view measurable things. Isometric, in one view we can measure the things. And next word which you can see is projections. I hope you remember all the projections. We discussed orthographic projections concept. Their first definition we discussed. Technical definition of projection. Projection, remember, we have taken an inverted T-shape object, kept a torch, light rays passing on through the object, falling back screen, framing some intersection points, joining all these intersection points like this will form one object, which is nothing but shape, which is nothing but called a projection. We discussed. Hope you all remember. Same way, it's a shape or image or nothing but a frame which we can show, right? So isometric projection means the things which we can show in one view, the measurable objects which we can show in one view. So why one view, right? What are the measurable objects? See, why means, remember orthographic projections, there the concept you remember, we are converting three-dimensional into two-dimensional views. Three-dimensional, which consists of length, breadth and height. We are supposed to put out length and breadth or length and height like this, depending upon views. Remember views, front view, top view, side view. For example, suppose here I am drawing, you see this, I have drawn two boxes, right? If I ask for ordinary men, what is the meaning of this figure? He will tell that above our line one box, below line one box. But you people being an engineering student, you can understand that above line it's a front view, below line it's a top view. When both are same, it's nothing but it's a three-dimensional object of cube, right? So now think here, conversion of three-dimensional into two-dimensional to make more clear about the sides of the object. But the same way, in general application, what we are doing is, for after manufacturing a product or after manufacturing an object, when you are going to purchase, on the board or on the some wall posters or on the paper, newspapers or on the flex prints, for example a bike, right? It's a three-dimensional, but on flex if you have to print means it's a two-dimensional. Flex, nothing but it's a sheet. We have only length and breadth. But the view will be in a such way that you can easily analyze or you can easily imagine its length, breadth and height. That's what here three-dimensional view comes into very big advantage for some real-time applications like manufacturing the product, showing to the customers, grabbing their attentions, even it may be building, any mechanical part, etc. So that's why two-dimensional views can be taken and can be converted into some three-dimensional objects view, three-dimensional objects view. So there comes our concept called isometric projections concept, right? The isometric projection concept tells us that showing a three-dimensional object into one view which can be measurable. That's what simple meaning. Isometric projection, showing a three-dimensional object into one measurable view. Showing, projection is showing one view, a measurable thing, which consists of three dimensions, length, breadth and height. Is it clear? That's a simple definition. Now, before proceeding to the main concept of principle of isometric projection, what is the first topic? We will proceed to our first projection, right? What do you mean by projection? You know the definition, right? Showing, simple meaning, right? Showing anything with the help of some views, front view, top view, side view, etc., etc. Now, projections are broadly classified into two types, orthographic and pictorial. Orthographic, which is nothing but conversion of three-dimensional to two-dimensional. You all know this, we already discussed about that. Pictorial. Pictorial is nothing but, three-dimensional views. Pictorial views are nothing but three-dimensional views. The picture which you are seeing on a plain paper or a plain board or a plain wall poster or a plain cinema screen or a plain flex which are displayed outside are all pictorial views. The pictorial views will show a three-dimensional thing, right? Now that pictorial are again broadly into three types: axonometric, oblique, and perspective. What is this? Axonometric, oblique, and perspective. See, axonometric means what are the three things: length, breadth, and height. They will be in each following one angle. Length will be in one angle, breadth will be another angle, height will be another angle. Right? This is also not for our syllabus, but simple. Axonometric means the three dimensions which we are using for three-dimensional pictures, length, breadth, and height, they will be at different angles in each face. Oblique. Oblique means two parameters will be in two faces and one will be parallel. One face will be parallel, other two will be at particular angle. That's oblique projection. Right? It's something another different concept. As per syllabus we don't have, just for definition I am telling. Now last one, perspective. This is very important nowadays. But as per syllabus we don't have that content. Perspective means perception, right? Our one object view from our eyes will look into different sizes particularly. For example, see, if I take an object of a small round ball and I'm keeping a torchlight in front of it, right? When at this particular distance, when I keep the switch on the torchlight, the brightness will fall and the shadow will be on the board. Now, depending upon this distance, the shadow size will be increased or decreased. I hope you understand, right? That depend upon this distance, this size will be increased or decreased. Same way, depending upon our view, right? From a long distance, an object may look small. From the nearer distance, the object look may big. That all perception. That's called perspective projections. Axonometric projections, oblique projections, perspective projections are part of pictorial projections. Axonometric, simple, will have three-dimensional parameters in three faces at three different angles. Oblique projections, we have one parallel face, other two at two different angles. Perspective, all are different, right? We can view at depending upon our point of viewing. Right? Again, last in this axonometric, we have three types: diametric, trimetric, isometric, which is our syllabus here, isometric. Now, what is diametric, what is trimetric, and what is isometric? See, diametric means, as I said, three faces will have. Diametric means this three different angles. You understand? Three different angles. Here trimetric. Trimetric means two angles will be same and one angle will be different. Two angles will be same and one angle will be different. Now here isometric, all angles equal. All angles equal. Diametric, trimetric, isometric, three different angles, two different angles, all angles are equal. See, about all the things we are at this particular syllabus point, isometric. Hope you understand. Just to give introduction where this isometric, I have shown what are the different types of projections. Projection, orthographic, pictorial. Pictorial again axonometric, oblique, perspective. Axonometry again we have diametric, trimetric, isometric. Iso, all equal. Trimetric, two different, one different. Right? Here three difference. See, as per syllabus we should have to concentrate here. We will concentrate on this isometric projections. See, first and foremost concept is principle of isometric projection. Principle, what do you mean by principle? I hope you remember principle of orthographic projection. Principle of orthographic projection. principle of orthographic projection. I hope you all remember this, right? X-axis, Y-axis, vertical plane, horizontal plane, XY line, first quadrant, second quadrant, third, fourth, object here, front view, top view, right? This was the principle of orthographic projection. Same way, we have principle of isometric projection. What is the principle of isometric projection? Principle, how to show the actual principle where means we have to take the help of a cube. See, this is a cube. Cube, you know definition, 6 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 squares. A cube which consists of 6 equal square faces is used to develop the concept of or principle of isometric projection. You can see this is the first face. Now at this position, what you can tell that a cube is on HP, which is parallel, one face is parallel to HP, another face is parallel to VP. Now first condition is that I am taking this face into like this. Now what is the location? Faces are equally inclined to VP. Here, faces are equally inclined to VP. Now, if you can see here, you can see this first face, right? First face and second face. You can see the numbers 1 and 2. Now, if you observe, I have a diagonal from bottom corner to top corner, which I have seen with the help of a line or what you call that, a stick, right? From this corner to this corner. Now, what I am supposed to do is, from this position, I am supposed to make this diagonal line vertical, right? These projections of solids concept we are following. Initial position number 1, right? Second position equally inclined. Third position making the diagonals from bottom to top like this. If you make this, if you can see this here, now this diagonal is in vertical, perpendicular to HP, parallel to VP. Now at this location, what you can see here is, you can see 1, you can see 2, and you can see 3. 3 faces are visible. Now if you try to draw as it is the front view of this, it will look like this, right? Same, you can see as it is. 3 faces I am drawing. 1, 2, 3. What you can see here is 1, 2, 3. When I have kept like this, first face, second face, third face. Now there will be remaining back cell, right? Those back cells also you can draw with the help of dotted lines or hidden lines. The other diagonals. This is the actual of a cube which is taken to a position in such a way that diagonal, right, opposite diagonal will be a straight line which is perpendicular to HP. Now let me label the parts here, starting from here. A, B, C, D. We have a backside corner here. E, F, G, H. Now what are the angles will be affected on this plane? You know, cube is consist of square faces where each square will be at an angle of 90 degrees. Now think here, at this particular location, if you observe, the angle between between BC and CD, what actually it is 90 degrees. But here when you take this and rotate it to a particular place, this angle will be 120 degrees. Now this will be again 120 degrees. Now this will be again 120 degrees. See, I am just mentioning the angles in the view of this particular. Actually, if you look at this, 90 degrees. Now, but we are at here. At this position, if you are looking parallel, this is 90 degrees. But we are making rotated in such a way that this square is looking like a rhombus. That rhombus will have angle 120, 120, 120 degrees each. Now, think here, at this particular level or at this particular place, right, if you try to draw a line here, what will be the angle here? What will be the angle here? See, simple, it's a straight line I have drawn here. this right line of 180 degrees, you know angle here it is 120, 180 minus 120, 60 degrees, divided by 2 places, this is 30 degrees, this is 30 degrees. Same if you resemble here, at point G, this is 30 degrees, this will be 30 degrees. Hope you all understand. See, one face, second face, third face, 3 faces we are viewing in one particular, that means 3 square planes of a cube or 3 square faces of a cube are viewed in one particular view, or are able to see in one particular view, where left face, right face, top face. Right? Here angles 120 degrees in between the lines, as it is being converted as a rhombus, not a particular square. So here cube 1, 2, 3 sides, all the 3 faces will look like a rhombus. Now angles also you got clarified. Each angle will be at an angle of 120 degrees. This is isometric projection concept, where you can able to see all the 3 views in a one view. 3 faces, first face, second face, third face. Right? That is principle of principle of isometric projection, which is orthographic this one, isometric this one. So how it is related to us? See, as we go into subject, you will be able to understand how it will be useful for us. Before proceeding to the next topics, the next content is terminology. What are the terminologies which we are using in principle of isometric projections? First and foremost, it's isometric axis. Isometric axis, there in orthographic you remember XY line, same way here we will have some lines, isometric axis lines, but there it was a single line, but here there are 3 lines. See, what are those 3 lines means? Where your angle are equal, right? At the intersection point where your all angles are equal, that particular lines are called as isometric lines. Here in this intersection point is C, B, D, G. Right? This is the intersection point where 120 degrees, 120 degrees, 120 degrees. Now these lines, 3 lines, as we are discussing about converting 3-dimensional, 3D, right? 3 axis lines will be there, that is BC, CD and what we call CG. These are isometric axis. These are isometric axis, means where all together will meet at a single point. Now next terminology, isometric lines. What are the isometric lines which we have here from the concept of isometric projection, or from the principle of isometric projection? Isometric lines is the lines which are parallel to the isometric axis lines are called as isometric lines. The lines which are parallel to isometric axis are called isometric lines. See, what are the lines here? For BC, what is a parallel? See, from which point C, with respect to point C, we have BC, its isometric axis, BC, AD, one more for this CD parallel, BA, for this CG parallel, BF, right side parallel, DH. Right? All these lines are called as isometric lines. We have still parallel lines. See, bottom for this CD parallel, GH, BC bottom parallel, FG. All these lines are called as isometric lines. Isometric axis, a point where all the 3 lines meet together with equal angle, isometric axis. Isometric lines, the lines which are parallel to the isometric axis are called as isometric lines. Next, third important, this is important, isometric planes. Isometric planes. See how many planes you can see, right? As I discussed, as I said, there are 3 planes. 1, 2, 3, right? one which is this is the left side, first phase, second phase, third phase. First what you call plane, second plane, third plane, right? First plane is, let me draw this square where it is CGFB. First square or nothing but first plane. I cannot call it a square because as it is rotated to some position, it looks like a rhombus. So second phase it is with respect to C I call CGHD. Third one with respect to C, you can see there top one CDAB. See, these are the three planes of isometric, right? Where number one square rotated to rhombus, number two square rotated to rhombus, number three, right? Now here these are called with names, right? What are those names means? This one which is on the left side, it's called as iso left plane. Which is here on the right side, it is called as iso right plane. Which is it's on top, iso top plane. See, hope you all understand the terminology, right? I have taken into this particular location. Now we have drawn this. From your view, this is the left plane, right plane, top plane. That's why it is called as iso left plane, iso right plane, iso top plane. These are the three terminologies which are very important for us in solving the problems. Next important terminology is isometric scale. See, isometric scale. What is mean isometric scale? Scale, again coming to the simple definition, scale is a measuring device. It's not. Scale is nothing but the proportionate of original length to diminishing length. You all remember scale, right? You will write in the graph sheets again 1:1, nothing but equal ratio. All drawing sheets which are drawn at with respect to actual dimensions are 1:1. If 1:2, that is nothing but one dimension is two size or two proportionate size. Now same way isometric scale means here what is the actual thing happen, right? See, simple definition, this is not of original size. See, what is not of original size? See, this is the square of some original dimension. When it is rotated to this position, this is converted to rhombus. But if you can see now, this true length has taken into line where we have angle with respect to both planes. Now line inclined to both the planes will be in diminished length when compared to true length. Their proportionate is nothing but here isometric scale. See, for this we have to draw a separate detailed figure. Hope you understand the terminology. Isometric axis, isometric lines and isometric planes. Important, remember, right? Isometric planes, iso left, iso right, iso top. Now let me show you this concept. Construction of isometric scale. Now, this is actually a diminished figure, right? If I have to draw a original square with respect to a top one, how I can draw is, see this, I am drawing a diagonal here BD, right, with the center O. Now think here, this is the third face, which you can see clearly. Now this third one is taken like this and rotated like this. Now if you consider this straight line, whatever the diagonal here between B and D, you are in parallel position, BD will be having some length. Now if I rotate like this towards top, now this BD length will be same. There won't be any change. Diagonal length won't be changed. But now if you observe, the plane which is parallel to you has been rotated towards top side. That means plane dimension is changed but not the diagonal. So with respect to that, from here I am drawing a line like this. This is A dash, C dash. Now if you observe, original square, I am calling it as B A dash D C dash. Changed square or diminished square or rhombus, whatever the things, right? Tilted or whatever the square, diminished square. What actually it is? B A D C. Now think here, in this, if you observe angle. Now according to this, we consider this angle is 30. See, with respect to G point, the line it is 30. Why? Because 180 inside 120, 180 minus 120, 60 degrees by 2, 30 that side, 30 that side. So same way, this will come up to here and this will become 30. But actual here, this one, this will be 45 degrees. That is the angle between the diagonal and whatever the original square dimension. See, if I have to draw it separately, let me draw like this. This is a BD diagonal. This is the original square. B A dash D C dash. Now this one, which is parallel, has rotated towards like this top. Now what happened? That one has turned to this shape. Now this BD, whatever the center point here we have O, that's like, ignore that now. Now here this become A, this become C. Now this angle is 30 degrees. Now as per, you can see this, first we have written A. Now this angle is 45 degrees. Now here, now I am considering only this part as a triangle. What the triangle I am considering is, first of the original square, B O A dash. Now here original triangle, this is true length. Now after changing, same O is same. On the same A dash we have got one more point A. Now this is, what is this? Diminished length or reduced length, which is now it's called as isometric length. Isometric length. Now as per definition, what I said, isometric scale is nothing but proportionate towards original length to diminished length. Now here we are supposed to prove something. Now from triangle ABO, now as I said, this is 30 degrees, this is 45 degrees. Now I am writing cos 30. This cos, adjacent side by hypotenuse. What is adjacent side here? Cos 30 BO, hypotenuse BA. Now same way, from triangle A dash BO. Now here cos 45. Cos means adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent side same here, BO by BA dash. BO by BA dash. Now think here, we are supposed to find out the ratio between true length to isometric length. Now what I can write here, therefore, ratio of reduction, isometric length by true length. What is isometric? Isometric length BA, true length BA dash. From here, what I can write BA? BA equal to BO by cos 30. From here I can write BA dash equal to BO by cos 45. So finally BA equal to, I can write it as, what I can write in the BA? BO by cos 30. Here it is BO by cos 45. So simple, when it gets cancelled, BO by BO, you can write directly it as cos 45 by cos 30. Cos 45, 1 by root 2. Cos 30, root 3 by 2. Hope you remember. Cos 45, 1 by root 2. Cos 30, root 3 by 2. Finally, if you got, totally it will become root 2 by root 3. When you put it in the calculator, this one, finally this will be equal to 0.816. Right, approximately you can take it granted as 0.82. So finally the ratio of reduction, which is nothing but it's called as isometric scale, will be a proportionate of the value equal to approximately 0.82. This is not compulsion to all, you have to remember and reproduce in the examinations, but concept, right? That concept is very important, how you have got this value. So finally, isometric projection, I said, remember, one view measurable things which you can show, means we have to show a converted of two-dimensional view into three-dimensional view by using some proportionate to original length, that is equal to 0.82. That means one view things which we are drawing, they have to compulsory multiplied with 0.82 for isometric projection. For isometric projection, that is the concept of isometric view. See, now thing is that you have understand what is isometric or isometric projection. Now I would like to give difference between what is isometric projection, isometric view. Main difference. See, as per this discussion or concept, we clearly understood that isometric scale 0.82 will be always applicable here for isometric projections. Isometric projections are the drawings which will concentrate both on size and shape. Size and shape, I mentioned size and shape. Shape is nothing but three views, what we call three-dimensional view with exact measurement. Size is nothing but measurement with exact measurement. That too, the original dimension will be always multiplied with value to get the correct size and shape. Whereas isometric view, they won't bother about 0.82. We are just focusing on view. They mainly concentrate on shape, not size. Size is nothing but they don't bother about measurement. They bother about only shape. That they will follow original dimension. Right? Now, as we go on with problems, we will understand what actually. But for here, you are supposed to remember isometric projections drawings are nothing but they have to be considered with the isometric scale value or fraction value as multiplied with 0.82, whereas isometric views no need to multiply with 0.82, we can directly draw the original length. Right? That is all about introduction part of your isometric projections or views of the fourth unit. Hope you all remember understand the concepts. I have started with isometric projection definition, what is meaning, right, and where it come actually. I have given what we call tree diagram for isometric projection, where isometric came from projections, two types, orthographic and what we call this pictorial. Pictorial again 3 types: axonometric, oblique, perspective. Axonometric again 3 types: diametric, trimetric, and isometric. Now, principle of isometric projection: taking the cube of help, taking into a particular position where your diagonal corners straight line will be vertical. Now we got 3 faces, 1, 2, 3. Now defining the angles. Important you remember here, with respect to starting point, left side line is 30 degrees, right side line is 30 degrees. Now inside angles, where we have to use that in problems, we look after that. Terminologies: isometric axis, isometric lines. What you call next? Isometric axis, isometric lines. What you call isometric scale. Right? Now after that, we have seen how you have to construct the particular scale. This all derivation part is for your knowledge purpose. Final value is 0.82 multiplied for isometric projections drawings. Isometric view, we will use original dimension, but we will follow the planes, isometric planes concept, like iso left, iso right, and iso top. Thank you everyone. In the next video tutorial, we will see the problematic part. Thank you.